Hello and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would pop in here really quick. One, to give you an update. Of course, maybe some of you don't know, but tomorrow starts the Sugar Plum Stories collaboration between Wildrose Bohemians and Petals and Parchment. And it's so exciting, but we have a little change to the schedule. So go to Elizabeth's Ko-fi page and grab the updated schedule so that you know exactly what's going on. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's some exciting times. Now, Elizabeth is so excited, as we all are. And I'm sorry, I see what's going on, but the sun is shining. It's -7 here and the sun is shining. And I just didn't want to shut it out. So hopefully you don't mind the little shadows in the sun, because I love the sunshine. Anyways, so Elizabeth over at Petals and Parchment, she has given us a freebie as a little tease to what's coming up. And this is a Waterfall Folio. So it's 3 pages of freebies. So you get this one, and then you get this, which I put this freebie on the back. So I printed this off twice. I'll show you why. But that is the freebie, and then what it makes is this little cutie patootie. And so, oh, I see my lace is over top of her. There we go. Anyways, so inside here, I chose this lace because it kind of goes with the colors there. And so that's the lace I'm going to use throughout my little creations, my journal that I'm going to make using these kits, both of Elizabeth's and Rose's. And this here is, I sewed around it because I thought that I liked the sewing around it. I won't sew around this one, but that I'm going to show you how to make. And then the waterfall, these are so cute, and it just tells the whole little, well, not the whole story, but it gives you a glimpse at the story. It even gives you some place to do a little bit of notes if you like. Now, what I did the first time I printed these off is I printed them too thick. So what I thought, well, I'm not going to waste them. So I put them in here and I made them like a little tag. And I put them in this little side pocket here because I'll use them as I go along. Whether I use them for a little tag or a little pocket or whatever, I don't know. And this piece here should be a pocket, but I didn't want to put a pocket. So I just made it, it's going to be a little tag. And I know that there is sentiments coming, so I'm going to put a sentiment there. So without further ado, let's get this thing going. So this here, I'm sorry you're going to watch me cut things out because I thought what I would do is I would cut it out. I know some of you are just learning how to cut, aren't you? But because I am not using the thickest paper, the weight that I have is not a normal weight of cardstock. It's a little thinner. And I thought, well, I would show you, if you have the same kind of thing, that maybe your cardstock isn't quite as thick as you would like it to be, how you can make it that it will be nice and sturdy. So, and I knew I probably wouldn't have everything all that I needed gathered up here. So once in a while you might hear the squeak of my chair, but that's okay. So then what I did is I took this, I just put it on copy paper. What gives it the extra strength is the glue. So I just did this, and because I want to know, I want to put this on the part here that has a little lighter. So I didn't print it on for that reason as well. And then I just take and trace around here quickly. I don't do a lot of measuring, just because I just don't, unless I really have to. I just finally learned, not that long ago, what the little lines mean. Like 1/8, 2/16. I just finally learned that, and I had to drill that into my head because for so long, I'd measure 1 inch and 2 little lines. Okay, so our folio is going to go this way, so I want to make sure that this is this way because my waterfall will be on this side and the pocket will be on this side, and I want to make sure that my pocket shows up. So I'm just going to take and put a sufficient amount of glue on here. And again, my glue bottle is not full. I hope I'm in full view here. I'll move it over here just in case. I tend to get busy working and forget where the camera or the phone is situated. And while this is drying, I'll cut out those. Well, I've already cut it. Did I? Yes, I did. I cut out the waterfall pages because I didn't think you needed to watch me cut those out. And let's go here. So, and we're just, oh, you can see I did a perfect job of lining that up, but that's okay. So, well, just while I'm here, I'm not going to cut this out, but I will cut this pocket out because I want to put the pocket in place. And I know. So are you guys excited for the collaboration? Oh, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. If you haven't already, I will leave a link where you can go and watch the opening, or I guess it's not, it's the videos from Rose and Elizabeth showing their kits and what the collaboration is all about. So I've cut these guys down, and as we know, this is just regular copy paper, and sometimes our punches don't like to go through, but I want to take these little tips off. So I just put them all together like that and hope for the best. No. And you can ink these. My ink doesn't seem to really make much difference on this. And then I am going to, oh dear, what did I, oh, this here, where is my little, there it is, okay. I do kind of have things a little organized. That's kind of cool, very different for me. I usually struggle with that. So I don't have, well, I do have, but this just works better. This is just a Dollar Tree little tool thing that I use. And because my mat is soft, it works like that. And because the paper is thin, we don't have to do don't have to add a lot of pressure. So I'm just going to quickly do these. Quickly, Sophie, quick. There we go. And it's not, you know how it is. If you get them crooked, once you get one crooked, they all go crooked. I love the waterfall. It's very, very creative of that Elizabeth of ours. Oh, see, I got that one crooked. How did I do that? If it can be done, I can do that. There we go. At least the paper is thin, it's easy to correct. So if you go through regular copy paper twice with this thing, you can hear it kind of tear a little bit. So just a very minimal amount of pressure goes on there. So you guys going to follow the collaboration? You're going to try to do every day? I'm going to. My plan is that I'm going to watch each video and I'm going to participate in each one. And by the time the collaboration is done, I should have a full journal. And I'm kind of excited about that. I love the Nutcracker. And if I was ever going to go to a ballet, that is the one that I would want to go see. So we got these done. And then you just take and you line them up. So they follow the waterfall. Oh, you see what happened there? I missed that one. It didn't line up that great. And the trouble is, when you're just going through one, oh, it is going to work for me. Well, would you look at that? It never works for me. It always wants to eat my paper. And then, like so. And I guess if you did, like I said, I'm not going to ink. I did in the first one, and I didn't really see that it made a lot of difference. Maybe it was just the color of ink. Maybe if I had a blue or a pink ink, that would be pretty. I can put it together. And when I find my inks, I organized my whole craft room. And, well, now it's organized, but some things I have lost in process. And so it's best to give this a nice, I call it squishing it down. I know there's other names, burnish and all that. And you don't need to have a bone folder, just anything, whether even it could be your handles to your scissors. Like, just anything that's not going to rip your paper. And so there we go, that's done. So now I'm just going to take my glue, and I am going to turn it over like this. And then I just take, and I find the very last one, and I just keep adding glue till they're all glued together. And of course I lined them up already, right? So you want to make sure they're lined up. And sometimes if your paper just wants to go down in twos, let it. The other one that's not glued down will pop up instead of struggling with them. And there we go. Easy peasy. So, let's go back to our little thing here, and we're just going to do some corners here. And I think I'm going to trim this a little bit because I messed it up. I don't like to mess it up. One thing about paper, you can usually fix that kind of stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to ink the outside cover once I got everything done. So you can see your lines that you have to, again, do the, what's that called? You know, this thing. And you're going to get this thing done. I can't remember what it's called. Oh my goodness, I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, and it's obviously not enough. So, because I made this thicker, I just give it a little extra. A little extra. Can you believe, for as many times as I've done this, what this is called is just slipped my mind. Oh my goodness, is anybody else like that? Or is it just me? Terrible. Especially when you're, it's not so bad when you're by yourself and you can't remember something, but when you're talking about it and you're videotaping, you know that people are going to see that and go, oh my God, that woman is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, when you do this, whatever it's called, and you make sure you turn your valley into a mountain. And I like to do both ways, especially when I have glued paper in here, because I find that it buckles less when I've glued paper onto the back of something that I'm doing this, whatever this is called. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I can't remember it. Oh my goodness. Again, just to make sure we get nice crisp. Nice and crisp. Make sure that it's lined up here, because it wants to go crooked on me. Probably because I can't remember what the name was called. That's why. Okay, so that's going to bug me. You know that. That's going to bug me. Okay, so we got this part done. Now we're going to put our waterfall on this side and our pocket on this side. But we need to trim this just a little bit because it doesn't want to close right. So what I do is I just lined up this like so. And then I just went, you know, I'm just going to take that little bit off. And I just kind of hold, because again, I don't measure. So I'm just going to take and see if that's enough. It's just a little bit that you have to do. It's not a lot. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So we're going to just re-round these edges again because I like them rounded. Re-round them. I don't think I did them the first time, did I? Oh, a piece of paper stuck in there. Yeah, there. Get. Oh boy, is that ever stuck in there? There we go. And we're going to make sure we do. Here comes my dog. He never comes in here. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Are you going to lay down here and watch? Are you going to supervise me? The door is closing on you. Okay, so we're going to ink. I'm going to ink this up here because I want to ink it. Bye-bye, Charlie. Oh, no, you're still here. The door did close on you. He's my old boy. He's 10 years old. He's a black lab mixed with a Great Pyrenees. A very kind and generous little boy. Well, he's not little, 90 pounds of little, but he's like our gentle giant. He is the temperament of that breed of dog. That combination is just amazing. Okay, so we're here. Yes, we are here. Okay, so we're going to, oops, I got my glue unpinned here. So I'm just going to take and put all, oops, not on there. Oh, you're okay, Charlie. Just give me a minute. I don't want to be in here. And I'm just going to take and put it gently here. Yes, I hear you, buddy. Make sure that we're away from the... And we're just gonna... There we go. And then we're going to take the pocket, which we didn't do this to yet. This thing, whatever it is that you do to here. My goodness. I'm gonna wake you guys up at 2 o'clock in the morning when I remember it. No, I won't. I definitely need another coffee. I hear you, Charlie. Oh, just give me a minute. Hold on. These poor people. Yeah. There you go. Bye-bye now. Thanks for coming in to visit. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's do a good job here. Yeah. So we're going to ink that up a bit too. I think I'm using, yeah, the ground espresso. And this here is just a makeup brush from Dollar Tree. Yeah, Dollar Tree. I don't know if you guys shop at Dollar Tree or not, but the other day when I was in there, I noticed the prices have going up again. Understandably, I guess. We've gone from $1.25 to $1.50, and now I see that they're starting to bring in the $1.75, which is still, I guess, it's a good deal, right? Okay, so then I'm just going to give these guys another little, let me just see that up there. Yeah. Everything in the way. That's how, I don't know if anybody else is that way, but I start out with a nice big clear space, and by the time I'm done my project, I'm working in space like this. Okay, let's get this glued in place. Now I'm not going to sew this one like I did on the other one, but I think maybe what I'll do, not on camera, but what I'll do is I'll do some faux stitching. I know I got a nice gold, have a nice gold marker, thin one, that I think would be really pretty to put the gold in and around there. Okay, so that part is done. So now let's take and put in a eyelet. Isn't that funny how I can remember everything, but not what I need to remember? Okay, so I'm just going to use this size here, and I'm just going to eye it, because I think somewhere around that range, eh? Yeah, that looks good. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. And whoop. If you don't lose these little washer things, they're nice. They lock in your eyelets, and there's no chance of it slipping through. And make sure that you got it in place. I don't know, my other dog is gonna go and go, what the heck? Why is this not going here? This is my, look at that, even these handles want to go. These handles drive me crazy, and they fall out, and I'm not going to be able to do anything with it because I can't find, I bought another pair. I bought another pair of these because my handles just keep going, they move, and when you're trying to squish it down, it's not a good feeling. And I thought this was the new one, but apparently, well, I did squish this down. And apparently it's going to, the handles are going to start doing exactly the same thing as what my old one did. And I think for the money that you pay for these, there we go. The money that you pay for them, the handles should stay in place. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they start moving, I'm going to take it right back, because I don't need one that does the same thing, right? So what I did here is I'm just going to leave this blank. I'm not going to stick anything in there, because as we get going in the collaboration, I will be able to fill it with something, and I'm not, excuse me, I'm not going to decorate it, because again, I will fill it, I will put something in there. So this is the lace I'm going to use, because look at that, it just matches it perfectly. And the way I do it is I know that I need a longer piece and a shorter piece. And I didn't measure my ribbon to know if I had enough. I always go on the side of have more than what you need, because you can always use a little piece of ribbon somewhere. If you've got too much, then you got to cut it off. But you don't always, you can't add ribbon to it. You'd have to take a whole new piece if you cut it too short. So might as well have more than what you need. And I'm just going to take and pull this down. I don't know. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to take my longer one. I'll wrap it around here. And we can just tie a pretty bow. And as I put more stuff in here, it'll get nice and thick. And I'm mucking with this ribbon. I know, I can hear you. Just tie a bow, so just tie a bow. But you know how it is. Anyways. Done. And there she is, the cutest little folio, and quick and easy to do. So remember to follow the collaboration with us. There's going to be some amazing prizes. There is a list of all the rules and the game pieces that you're going to collect and all the fun stuff. I will leave that link in the description. That's where I'm going to leave it, because it can't go below. It's got to go in the description. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'm pretty sure somebody has left a comment about what it is that I have forgotten what that name is, because it still hasn't come to me. So thank you for your patience. That's just who I am. I forget things sometimes. Well, more often than not. But anyways, have yourselves a great day. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you're new to my channel and you want to see more content from me and more bumbling around, go ahead and give me a subscribe, because that would be awesome. Thank you guys very much, and bye-bye.